Right, we are live. Why does this look like this? Does it look normal on the feed? It does. Okay, I don't know why this looks like this, but whatever. All right, welcome back, everyone. J-Bone here for Smash This podcast. The Google Hangout on my screen looks different than it does on the actual feed. That's why I was confused for a second. So, all right, here we go. We are going to talk some all-in predictions. It's a week away. Now, I know the card isn't done. I know the card isn't completely set. I know there's still a few names out there that have to be announced as far as what they're doing. For example, just one that I was researching today was MJF. He has not been announced for an actual match yet. If he's going to be part of the the first 0 hour for that over budget battle royal, I don't know. And they're still announcing names for that. But let's go over the card. And folks, if you are new to the channel, by all means, there's plenty more of this kind of content. If you dig it, where it came from, go check it out. Smash that like button, smash that sub button, and ring that bell for notifications so that you know when more of my content hits your screen. Just a thought off the top of my head. I'm ecstatic for this. I mean, I don't even care what kind of seats I have for this. I've got nosebleed seats. I'm going with my son. The original plan was going with my wife, and then I realized I completely planned this wrong as far as working it out between weekends with seeing my kids. And a week ago, I realized, oh, shoot, I really screwed up. So, and my wife kept on talking about how she didn't know anybody on the card. I'm like, well, you know some of these faces that I talk about. She doesn't watch them on a regular basis with me, so she's actually excited along with me that I'm going to be taking my son, who is turning 13 right around Christmas time, to his first ever wrestling event, ever. Hasn't been to an indie show, hasn't been to a WWE show with me. This is his first. And I'm so excited that I'm taking him to this. I don't know who I'm more excited for, me or him, honestly. I know there's going to be such an electric feel in the air surrounding this. I've got friends, podcasting friends, who have a bunch of them have been to a WrestleMania before, if not several. I've never been to one before. So going to this is like going to my first WrestleMania. That's how I'm treating this. That's how excited I am about this. This isn't excuse me, this isn't just some little show with 50 people at a hall in a neighborhood near me. No, this is something special. And there's also so many question marks still behind this, and we'll get into some of that. But let's go over some of these matches, and then when we're done doing that, we'll discuss some of the big question marks that are still out there. Some of the things that have been hitting the news recently, as in Devil, aka Pac. We'll talk about that a little bit too. But yeah, so this card is up on trying to adjust this so I can have it on my screen and keep an eye on the chat. So by all means, folks, if you want to talk about this with me. I am keeping an eye on the chat as well. This is off of WrestleZone.com. This is the card. And I know there's one or two names that are on here, especially for the ring of the over the budget battle royal. I found out one, and I was going to write it down, and I forgot to. It's someone that who was trained by the Young Bucks, and he took several years off of wrestling, and apparently they booked him for this. I'm not sure of the name, and I apologize for that. But nonetheless, there are, like I said, there are a few names that are getting put on here. Timothy Cochran is in the chat. Welcome, Neville. Is he coming to All In? That's a great question. We're going to discuss that in a little bit. Like I said, there's some big question marks still out there. Welcome to the show, Timothy. Glad you could be here. If you're not subbed already, smash that like button and smash that sub button. And I think we're missing some stuff on the card here too. I'm looking at it real quick. All right, we'll just start into this, but I think mostly everything is on here. So let's talk about this, the first hour of, I keep calling it a pre-show. It's not really a pre-show. It's the first hour of All In being on live television on WGN. In fact, right before I went live, I just looked it up on my cable box and set it to record because I'm not going to be here. I'm going to be there at the event, and I still want to, watch it for what it's worth, for what people at home are going to be watching, So I've got it recorded, DVR, whatever you want to call it. There are 2 matches listed for it. One is the Ring of Honor, or no, I'm reading that wrong. No, that's later. What is it? Oh, the Briscoes versus SoCal Uncensored. Frankie Kazarian and Scorpio Sky. Folks, if you haven't seen the promos that they've been doing on the Being the Elite channel, the last one they did for SoCal Uncensored is hilarious. It's got a Rocky 3 theme. It's just water here, folks. I swear to God. We'll be drinking some cervezas later tonight during Triple Mania. And yes, I will be talking about that later. After the event, whenever it goes off the air. Thought my cats were in here. I had to shoo them away before. So yeah, 15-person over the budget battle royal. The title itself is hilarious. We've got Moose. We got Rocky Romero, Colt Cabana, Chicago's own Colt Cabana, Jordan Grace. I'm so excited that she's a part of this. She's one female that I've really come to enjoy watching on the indie scene. I'm so excited for her. Ethan Page, another one. Brian Cage, Billy Gunn. Boop, boop. Bringing a little DX to the All In show. That's pretty sweet to get a 2 sweet off of that. Jimmy Jacobs and Marco Stunt. Marco Stunt, who apparently is a kid fresh on the indie scene, has been turning heads at a few events lately. I know nothing about this guy, but I gave him a follow, because I'm like, okay, if he's all in, then there's got to be something special about him. He's doing something. He did something at some it's one of Joey Janela's show recently, or a CZW show, something like that. I heard. Spark the Discussion is in the chat. Probably Probably Jason, I'm guessing. Good day to you. What is up? Oh, yeah, they've been announcing names for this Battle Royal. Yeah, I've been keeping an eye on this like a hawk. I usually keep up with all the updates and put something out as soon as they announce a name for it. I've been slacking over the course of the last week just because it's getting close to the event. The only thing they have been putting out are names for the Over the Budget Battle Royal. They announced, what was it, this last weekend when I had my kids? They announced Billy Gunn, Jimmy Jacobs, Marco Stunt, and I think that's all they announced. There's, like I said, there's one other one. Mike is in the chat. Good day to you. Yes, you are correct. Kenny Omega is in for one hell of a fight. We'll get to him in a bit. And so there's at least a handful, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more names. Like I said, there's one on this list that I didn't catch. It was someone I mentioned earlier that had trained or had been trained by the Young Bucks. He's coming back into wrestling after like a 10-year hiatus, whatever you want to call it. He started a family. Now he's back. And he kind of looks like me, only in a lot better shape. Probably 100 pounds lighter than me or something. I saw a quick clip of him online. So yeah, just the fact that there's a few more names that they haven't listed yet. They might be surprises. They might do last minute announcements. Could be Pac, aka Neville. Could be, maybe. I don't know. We'll talk more about that in a minute. We'll go over this card more. And we got the like I said, the Briscoes versus SoCal Uncensored. I'm really excited for this. I've enjoyed the stuff from the Briscoes ever since I became a fan of Ring of Honor about 6 years ago when they finally hit a decent TV deal. And SoCal Uncensored, I'm sure there's going to be a little bit of comedy with this, but there's going to be you're going to see a hell of a tag team match on the pre-show too. As far as predicting a winner for this, man, I got to go Briscoes. Truly some of the workhorses of Ring of Honor. Mike is picking SCU. All right. We'll see. I'm not putting any money on this. Just throwing names out of a hat. I didn't put any pre-thought into this. I'm just right off the top of my head. I'm just picking ones. If I could pick one for the winner of the Over the Budget Battle Royal, with the names listed, the winner of this goes on to fight Jay Lethal in the second few hours of All In, the Ring of Honor World Championship. Who do you guys want to see fight Jay Lethal for the Ring of Honor Championship out of this? I'm just, like I said, I'm excited that they actually put a woman in here. Think about that. Jordynne Grace has a chance to fight for the Ring of Honor World Championship. That's just thinking out of the box. That's incredible. How many other places are going to do something like that? We've seen it in Lucha Underground, and I can't think of too many other places. You could probably count them on one hand, if not a couple fingers, that have done something like that. Someone else has done it in the indie scene, but as far as on a bigger stage, I don't think anyone's done it. We've seen China as an intercontinental champion. That's about it, as far as I can think of. Spark to the Sky says Cage or Jordan would be cool. Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to go with You know what? I'm going to go with Ethan Page. I would love to see that. All ego, baby. All ego. It's one of the best out there. Folks, if you don't know how good Ethan Page is there, go look him up. You'll understand. He had a cup of coffee in Impact Wrestling. I would love to see him back in a more serious role. But the stuff he did on there was quite funny. What else we got here? Go up the list. We got, here we go. This is going to be a barn burner, folks. Madison Rayne, Britt Baker, Chelsea Green, and Tessa Blanchard in a women's fatal four-way. Now, I heard a rumor. Now, this is just a rumor, speculation. I think I read this once or twice. I don't think this has been officially announced. This might be a last-minute thing. Or it could be just a fart in the wind. I don't know. I heard that there might be the possibility of one of these, whoever wins this is going to be the new women's NWA champion. The NWA women's champion. That would be historical. That'd be incredible. I did hear recently that at this 70th anniversary show that NWA is putting on down in Nashville in the next couple months or something like that. Excuse me. They are picking a new they are introducing a new championship. Excuse me. Damn. It's going to be a North American champion. Whereas the 10 pounds of gold, the NWA World Championship, is truly a world championship. It's defended around the world. Whereas I'm assuming the North American Championship is only going to be defended on this continent, which could include Canada and or Mexico. I'm assuming North American continent. So at least you've got, you've got some. It's not the I don't think it's the United States NWA Championship. I'm pretty sure it's the North American Championship. So, but nonetheless, a winner for the Fatal 4-Way. Rayne, Baker, Green, Blanchard. I'm going to pick the Hot Mess. If I had to pick a second one, I would also pick Tessa, Mike. Tessa's incredible. She really is. Pierre's in the chat. Good day. What is going on? We talking some All In. It's a week away, folks. We are excited. So yeah, we'll see if any stipulations get added to that. We'll see. Stephen Amell. I think they misspelled it here on the website. Anyways, Stephen Amell, a.k.a. Arrow, versus Christopher Daniels. Demon Rocks is in the chat. Rumor hell, you and your rumors, Demon. I'm just messing with you. Rumor has it that the winner of the Fatal 4-Way becomes the NWA Women's Chat. Yeah, you probably said that once before. We'll see. Stephen Amell versus Christopher Daniels. He cut a hell of a promo. Both these guys cut some interesting promos on the Being the Elite channel. Oh, who are we going with on this one? Mike says Fallen Angel all the way. That would put Stephen Amell at... I'm trying to think. When he wrestled Cody, a.k.a. Stardust, was that a handful of years ago? In the WWE? I'm trying to remember who won. Who won that one? Someone in the chat remind me. I think Stephen Amell won that one. I forget. I don't remember. Stephen Amell's really gone through a lot of stuff, though, leading up to this. If you look at the whole backstory, him getting accused of the murder of Joey Ryan, Christopher Daniels accusing him, and of course, there's the whole Adam Page thing on the side of that, too. I think it'd be hilarious if Christopher Daniels actually shows, if Joey Ryan's got to show up during this. Or no, excuse me, alternate universe, it's the ghost of Joey Ryan. Ghost of Joey Ryan. Joey Ryan is muerte. Thank you, Pierre. I enjoyed interviewing Cross as well. That was quite the moment for this me/this YouTube channel. Hell of a guy. Seriously. If you folks don't know what I'm talking about, a few nights ago I interviewed Killer Cross right here on Smash This Podcast. If you have not watched it, go check it out later. You know what? We're going to go Stephen Amell. What the hell? Like I said, we're just making these up on a whim, folks. You can agree with me. You can disagree with me. Doesn't matter. It's all for fun. I usually get about half of these wrong anyways. So, and especially something like this is so completely like, oh my God, you really don't know what's going to happen with surprises and, all the shenanigans to go along with this. But I'm not going to make any like major, like, okay, Joey Ryan is absolutely going to show up and screw Christopher Daniels. I'm not going to make anything like that. I'm just, I think Joey's got to show up sometime during this show. If he does like a whole like green makeup ghost thing, I think that would be over the top hilarious. That'd be great. That'd be a riot. Who knows? Maybe Joey Ryan will be appearing as the ghost in the 15-person over the budget battle royal. Could you imagine a ghost? We've had the Invisible Man, I believe at Joey Janela's spring break, win the battle royal in that one. So why can't a ghost win the battle royal? Just a thought. I would love to see Ty as part of Bound for Glory, but I think she has issues getting back into Canada. At least she did a few months ago. That's why she hasn't been on tapings lately. I would love to see that. Taya versus Tessa would be a hell of a match. We'll see. They would have to build to that. Andre Corbeil is in the chat. Good day to you, sir. What's next here? Hangman Page versus Joey Janela with Penelope Ford. This is really unique because you got someone from the Bullet Club facing off someone who's like not even in the Bullet Club universe at all. You've got Joey Janela. I mean, is he Evolve champion? No, he's WWN champion, which is actually bigger than Evolve champion because he has to defend that championship in all the sub genres of WWN. Evolve, FIP, ACW, Style Battle, I can't think of any of the others. I used to know them all. When I was on Flow Slam, I watched them all. So yeah, it's interesting. He's making quite the name for himself. He's got his own little what what the hell is that called? G. It's like CZW, but it's his. He's got people that are like behind him booking it. They just had a big show. Can't think of what it's called. Anyways, see, it's what happens when you grow old. You forget shit all the time. Don't grow old, folks. Don't be like me. Chris Jericho. Yeah, that's another name we'll talk about. We'll talk about a few names after we go over the card. Paige Janela. Huh. God, it's a tough one. And I gotta say, Paige is one of those that I didn't pay attention to when he first became part of the Bullet Club, but that certainly brought him more attention. And so, Bound for Glory is not in Canada. That's right. It is in New York. Oh, well, then she can be there. I don't know if she has problems getting into Canada. Maybe she cleared that up. Anyways, ADD. Paige Janela. We're just going to pick. Paige needs a big win, I think. Joey Janela's had a lot of luck lately. Oh, he gets his ass kicked a lot, too. We'll give it to Paige. Hangman Page. What is next? Marty Scurll versus Okada. Heavyweight versus a man who's trying to become a heavyweight by eating lots of donuts. Marty, take it from a guy that eats a lot of donuts. Wrong way to do it. I'm a heavyweight for all the wrong reasons. Not enough this and too much of that. Weighing in at, you don't even want to know. Demon, that's so mean. I wish Paige really killed Joey Ryan. It's so cruel. You misspelled Paige, by the way. Gotcha. Just messing with you. Scurll Okada. Oh man. See, and this is a unique, this isn't just, they're New Japan guys. And they probably have faced off in multi-man tags, but they're never going to face off one-on-one unless Scurll packs on a crap ton of weight, like the Bucks did and became heavyweights. What do the Bucks weigh now, by the way? It's got to be over 200 pounds. They are getting jacked. Think they wear heels? I don't know. Might help. Height thing. I don't know. Two very different styles. Demon Rock says Okada. Okada and his balloons. I haven't watched. Is that a new thing? He comes out with balloons. Is that a new thing he does? If he brings enough, maybe he could attach them to Marty and he'll lift them away. Oh, that's cruel. I apologize. That's mean. He's not that lightweight. He's what, 170, 180, I'm guessing? Maybe? I don't know. Oh, let's see. Chicken Wing. I think Chicken Wing wins. Scurll. Whoop, whoop. Could you imagine a moment where Scurll is in the ring with Billy Gunn? The whoop, whoop, and the boop, boop. That'd be nuts. I think half the crowd would probably have a stroke from all the going back and forth. That'd be goofy as hell. Someday. Maybe at All In too. Oh, what's next here? Kenny Omega versus Pentagon Jr. Holy shnikey, folks. I hope they give these guys at least a half an hour. This is probably going to be a long show. You know, this isn't going to be one of those where they give these guys like, well, give us 8 minutes. No, this isn't going to be one of those shows. Possibly match of the night. There's a couple in here, and depending, and it's all a matter of opinion, folks. There's no right or wrong about this, so this isn't an arguing point. Because we're all, if you're watching this, you're obviously a fan of All In, or maybe me. I kid. Could be match of the year. This is a first, folks. Kenny Omega versus Pentagon Jr. And I don't think they faced each other at PWG. If they were going to face anywhere, it would have been that. Possibly in a multi-man tag. That's the only thing I could possibly think. Mike, you think Punk will interfere from the crowd? Which match do you think he's going to interfere in? This one? That'd be interesting. Skrull Okada. Oh, sorry. Omega Pentagon. Dear God. Maybe I should have a beer. It's the smells from the roast upstairs. They're intoxicating. Yes, I'm cooking a roast. You're all invited. I'm kidding. It's big, but it's not that big. Damn. This is a tough one. Yes, this one. Okay. Could be. I would think if he is going to show up and pull some shenanigans, it'd be this one or the NWA one. Shit. We'll say my head's going to hurt just picking this one. We'll go Omega. Actually, no. Changing my mind. Can he do that? Yes, he did it. J-Bone changed his mind. Get over it. Pentagon. And I'm sticking with it. But you're wearing a Kenny Omega shirt. Don't ask. Omega with 2 one-winged angels. Maybe. I'm sure we're going to see at least one. But yeah. Possible match of the year for this one. It'll be crazy. 6-man tag team match. The Golden Elite, Young Bucks and Kota Ibushi versus Rey Mysterio, Phoenix, and Bandito. And I recently finally watched a Bandito match. One popped up on my YouTube feed from, I don't know if it was AAA or CMLL, one of the two. Yeah. So, I can't say I'm educated on the guy, but he looks like he is very talented. But hey, good for him getting picked for All In. I mean, that's nothing to sneeze at. Bucks, Ibushi, Mysterio, Phoenix, Bandito. I think Mysterio, Phoenix, and Bandito get the win here. Considering this is probably from what I'm hearing and or guessing, is going to be Mysterio's last indie thing before he goes back to the WWE. Um, which I give him a lot of credit. I know WWE did not want him to do this show, but he did not pull out. So I will, and I'm not mad at Mysterio for going back to the WWE and having a last run. I hope he stays safe and healthy. I can't fault anyone for going back to the WWE. Um, as much as fans go, no, no, don't do it. Put yourself in their shoes. That's, they may not be my cup of tea right now, but I'm not going to be pissed at anyone for saying no. You got to think of their life. They're earning a paycheck to entertain us. And who are we to say, no, you can't do that, as much as we would want them to do something else. Okay, so we're going to go with Mysterio, Phoenix. By the way, I can't wait to see Phoenix. Phoenix is one of my favorites. Just faced off with Sami Callihan last week. This coming week, he's going to face Brian Cage for the Impact X Division Championship. That's going to be ridiculous. That's going to be nuts. Bandito. All right. Rey Mysterio. Well, yeah, I mean, think about it. Mysterio's in the 2K, what is it called? WWE 2K19. He's in the game. Come on. He's going back. I can't think of I would be shocked and mildly appalled if he was in the game and didn't have a handshake deal as in, okay, let me take care of this, and this date, and then I'll come. And I thought he was supposed to be on Triple Mania tonight. I'm not sure. I don't know the whole card. In fact, there's some late additions to Triple Mania tonight that are pretty cool, too. Shane Strickland just said he was going to be at Triple Mania tonight. He's not on the original card. So, hey, congrats to him, man. That's awesome. If you don't know who that is, a.k.a. Killshot, excuse me, of Lucha Underground. Phenomenal. Can't wait to see him take part in that. So, yeah, there's going to be some surprises tonight, it looks like. Pardon me. What is left? I don't think anyone besides the NWA Championship, which is, from what I've heard, is going to headline it still. Nick Aldis, the NWA champion, holding the 10 pounds of gold against Cody Rhodes. Oh, man. Yeah, if there's going to be any shenanigans, it might be during this one, but I don't know. Oh, man. I had this picked in my head a long time ago, but I just wanted to, clarify it with myself. Are you sure? Yeah. Okay, let's do it. I got to go Rhodes. I gotta. It's destiny. And I've talked about that before on here. And that's not a knock on Nick Aldis. Nick Aldis he's a tremendous athlete. And he has done nothing but carry this championship over the course of the last about year, all over the world, literally. Europe, China, all over the U.S. Props to him, man. Seriously. What an amazing wrestler. Um, Billy Corgan did good as far as having handpicking someone to represent the NWA. And I know a lot of people have had their opinions on the NWA, the start of the NWA, and that it's been going, baby steps, and everything's been on YouTube. But you got to think, folks, he's literally taking a brand that was ashes in the dirt and making something out of it. Was basically nothing. It was championships all over the world, all over the place. Billy scrapped them all, and that's not a knock on the people that were defending all those different championships. But if you take, like, what was it, 24 different championships all over the world, including, I think there's one down in Mexico that Taven has right now, but I don't think Billy Corgan is recognizing that one. Yeah, I think Billy's been doing a great job. The presentation has been great. If you look at the videos, they're fun, they're entertaining, they're educational. You learn something and you feel something from watching it. If you love wrestling like I do, you feel something after almost every single one. It's something special. And the fact that they are, all in with the NWA to have this headline, this event, is something massive for everyone involved in the NWA and Impact Wrestling and Ring of Honor and New Japan. All of these. It's special for every single one of these in some way, shape, or form. It's just awesome. So yeah, I think Cody wins, but I'm not going to predict a specific way of how he wins. Could there be shenanigans in a couple of these matches? Absolutely. I think that would just be fun, have a couple surprises here and there. I have absolutely no doubt. But I'm not going to, like I said, I've been the, what do they call that? Armchair booker, whatever they call it. I've done that several times and have overthought many things, and I've ruined the event after the fact for myself because something didn't happen or someone didn't show up or something like that. And I've gotten a lot better at that as a wrestling fan is, hey, enjoy it for what it is, and then whatever comes after that is just the icing on top. How in the world do you watch a full show of the NWA? Well, right now they're just little episodes on the YouTube channel. There are no TV episodes. Billy Corgan has not gotten that far in the development of the brand. Could something come out of this and absolutely help him in the long run? Absolutely. I mean, the ultimate thing for Billy Corgan and the NWA after this event would be to have new distribution from WGN. Just something off the top of my head. They've got another show called Ring Warriors starting within the next couple months. Tapings are starting in the next couple of weeks, I think. So, but yeah, you never know what his plans are. I think he's done, he's been playing it safe. I think he's been doing a good job as far as real storytelling. Like I said, he's building something up from the ashes. It's storytelling. And that's something that has been so sorely lacking in the world of whatever you want to call it, wrestling, sports entertainment, anything, the whole wrestling world. Impact Wrestling is doing a good job of it. And a few other companies out there are getting better at it. Lucha Underground's on a totally different level because that's Hollywood stuff. But so, all right. So that's the card. That's my picks. Let's talk about a couple names out there that are not. They've been either listed for All In or there are question marks out there. MJF, Maxwell James Friedman, MJF. He's All In, and he has not been put in a match yet, from what I've heard. I was doing a little research before this, and I was trying to find something. I have not seen anything. He just had an interview with Fightful.com show up on YouTube a little bit ago, and I was watching it okay, he's part of All In. He's doing all these great things around the indie scene. He's MLW middleweight champion. I think he's still CZW champion. I don't watch that one on a regular basis enough to really know, but from what I heard, he is, I think. I could be wrong. But I don't think that's the only belt he's carrying. I wouldn't put him up there with Austin Aries, but, Austin Aries really is the belt collector right now. Maybe Austin Aries shows up with Killer Cross. Well, Killer Cross, like he said in my interview with him, is going to be at Expo Lucha. Expo Lucha is the first Lucha Libre con. Everything's a con nowadays. WrestleCon, whatever. Expo Lucha in Vegas. And it's, you just go look it up. Masked. God, I can't think of it. A few different. Lucha Central has been covering it. They're apparently going to have some live stuff on their website next week. So if you're not interested in All In and you're more the Lucha Libre style and you want to check out and see what's going on there, go check out Lucha Central. There, cheap plug. Well, I would love to see Aries as a part of this, but I don't think he's been listed at all. I think he was listed for StarCast, and I know he's a part of some other show that weekend in the Chicago area, maybe more. So could he show up during this? He could be part of the 15-person over the budget battle royal and end up facing Jay Lethal for the Ring of Honor World Championship match. I imagine MJF is going to be a part of that. They just haven't listed him yet for some reason, which is strange. But maybe they got something else planned for him. Maybe a last-minute match that's going to be thrown in here against someone. We'll see. I can't think of any other names that were listed for All In. I don't have my list up here. I had a list of everyone. I was keeping track of it religiously. So yeah, who knows what MJF is doing, but he is certainly a name, a face to keep an eye out for in the future in the world of wrestling. Let's talk about Pac for a minute. AKA Devil. All these sites were going absolutely apeshit over Ryan, what's his name? The Pro Wrestling Sheet. Everyone has their own opinions of him. I've got mine. Won't talk about it on here. It's not worth the time. Saying, there is a source closely tied to the matter saying he is no longer under contract. Okay. That's a source. PW Insider also said right before I went live, within a few hours of this, said that Neville is they can agree to this, that Neville is no longer under contract with the WWE. So that's at least another source. It's not just one guy saying, oh, well, this guy over here said this. We don't know who it is. I hate it when they do that shit. Like, you know, they did that stuff with Tessa Blanchard right before she was, you know, guaranteed to go to the WWE. A week later, where was she? Impact Wrestling Redemption. That's why I take all that stuff with a grain of salt. 99% of it is opinion. It's not news. Unless they're talking results from an actual event. 99% of that shit that they put on there is opinion. I got my opinions. I discuss them on here once in a while. So at least there's a couple sources that say, yes, Neville is no longer with the WWE. The contrary to this whole thing, all this talk, and that no one is talking about, I've put it out there. Neville is still on WWE.com on the 205 Live roster page. Checked it right before I went live here. Checked it last night. Now, his stuff is like in the clearance section, from what I can tell. You know, his t-shirts are drastically reduced price. They're on there. You can get them cheaper. The action figure and the 2 t-shirts. But yeah, it's usually when someone is not under contract anymore, they're not on the actual roster. Where are they? They're in the alumni section. The Future Endeavored page. They have not done that yet. That's why I'm taking some of this with a grain of salt. Who are these sources? WWE has not come out and said anything yet, to my knowledge. So, is there a chance that he is going to show up at All In? Sure, there's a chance. The Young Bucks and Cody have touched on it on social media. You know, they just threw the name out there. Oh, how is he doing? I miss him. Oh, he's fine. That's it. There's no Neville is All In. You know, we got a week to go. That can all change. But as of now, from when I went right before I went live, there is no confirmation of anything, especially from Pac himself. I doubt he would go by the Neville name. Everybody knows him as Neville now, but I'm sure wherever he shows up, it'll be Pac. So yeah, hey, if he's not happy, let him go. This isn't rocket science. They've done it for other people. They did it for Cody. Why not do it for him? You know, 205 Live's gone on to other things now. You know, it's being completely run different. That could have been a bargaining tool to get him back. Apparently he's not interested. So there's that. I'm not making any major predictions. Do I want to see him at All In? Absolutely. That would be great. That'd be fun. Show up as part of the over the budget battle royal for all I care. You know, as a surprise name. Why not? What's another one? Oh, Flip Gordon. We haven't talked about Flip Gordon. Is he going to be a part of this event? That's been half of this backstory to All In, as far as stuff on being the elite. all these little chances that Flip is getting to be on the show. You know he's going to be a part of it. In what capacity? I don't know. But there's got to be an end story to this. He's got the all-out party out front. I would love to go to that, by the way. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. I was just looking at a map of the place, trying to figure out where parking was. And apparently right in front of the place is where the all-out party is going to be. But that looks like a hell of a time. It's going to be appearances there. I think Downstate, the band that made the all-in theme for the event, is going to be performing live, from what I've heard. That's pretty cool. Beer, food, drink, whatever. Not a bad time. Special appearances from Okada and Paige and I think Skrull, and of course, Flip. So I think there's going to be some meet and greets a part of that, maybe. Who knows? Wow. Have a hot dog with Flip. So, and those tickets sold out like poof, done, gone. Didn't even have a chance at those. And I don't have any StarCast tickets or nothing. All I got is the one all-in ticket. That's really all I wanted. I mean, there's going to be so much going on. It makes your head spin. But no, it's $20 parking right outside the joint or behind it or wherever it is. Looks like it's got a pretty big parking spot. Parking lot, excuse me. So I'm doing that. Probably getting a bite to eat somewhere close by, and we'll go to the event. That's it. Me and my son. Can't wait. Any other names? Well, there's the infamous one that I've talked about on here that they keep saying is absolutely not a part of the event. CM Punk. You know, and there's been some different opinions about Punk as of late. Some are upset about the whole court case thing. I'm still a fan. You know, I don't understand, or I shouldn't say I don't understand. I don't know all the details. I'm sure there's a lot more details as to what happened with him and Colt Cabana. I've heard some people jokingly say that, you know, they're in a 15-man battle royal. Punk shows up and attacks Colt Cabana, and they have a courtroom battle at All In. It's like, oh yeah, that's just silly. You know, so I'm not throwing any opinions on that as far as what's going on personally between them. This is still a business, and, you know, Colt Cabana is still a part of this, and I personally think, I mean, if Punk does not show up for this, which I think Punk having the signing a day before, calling it All In weekend at the signing, I think that right there, people bought tickets for All In to see Punk. They want to see him show up and do something. Have people maybe changed their mind since? Maybe. Would I like to see him still come back to wrestling? Absolutely. I still think he's one of the best out there. I think he's done with MMA. He's been very, very quiet. And just the fact that, and this wasn't talked about a lot. This was like brought up briefly over the course of a couple days and never said anything ever again. He was at the All In press conference in the back. He showed up. For how long he was there, I don't know, but he was there. He showed up in a truck, said hi to the guys, apparently picked up some shirts or talked to the store guys or whatever. That's a hell of a coincidence. The fact that he was at the All In press conference. Come on. And that was leaked by the girl who was the MC of the All In event. So, can't think of her name. Decker? Something like that. So just the fact that no one else made that big of a deal, I think the Wrestle Talk News did a video on it. I did a video on it, and I think one other site talked about it for about 2 seconds. Punk would set the world on fire by attacking Omega and challenging him to a match. Yeah, and that could lead to All In too. What's also interesting about this is Cody said recently, he said, yes, it's no secret that a lot of our contracts are up at the end of the year as far as New Japan Ring of Honor contracts. And that includes Cody, the Bucks, Omega, and I think Paige. I don't know if Skrull's in that list. And Cody said this is possibly the first time ever, whatever we decide to do, we're going to do it as a group. So, I don't know. I would love to see them continue to build the indie scene, other wrestling companies other than WWE. I'm sure I'm not alone in that opinion. But like I said with Rey Mysterio, if these guys all decide in a pact to go to WWE and do a run in the WWE, will be Cody second, everyone else is first. I can't blame him. Do I want to see it happen? No. But am I going to be pissed about it? And I'm going to get on Twitter. I'm going to get on Twitter and share my opinion. Yeah, okay, whatever. I'm not going to lose my mind over it, but, they're doing something so special right now. So, no, I don't want to see him do that. Alicia from Ambi and Impact Wrestling is working All In. Yeah, she's going to be there. As far as the ring announcers and the ringside commentary, whatever, that whole crew is the elite of that right now. The referees are they even got Hebner for it. It's pretty cool. So yeah, this is just going to be a blast. I can't wait. If you're watching this after the fact, leave your comments below as far as what your picks are for the event. If you think there's going to be surprises, shenanigans, what do you think? I've said it'd be great to see a few faces show up and do something, but I'm not saying, oh, well, it's going to ruin my night if such and such event doesn't happen. I'm going into it face value, ticket value. There's nothing else like this right now. On this level for these kind of guys. So I'm very happy for them. I'm happy to be a part of it. And I'm taking my son for the first time in his first wrestling event ever. This is my WrestleMania if I never get to a WrestleMania. And I'm probably never getting to a WrestleMania because those tickets are ridiculous. So that's it for this one. Thank you all for joining this live broadcast of my predictions and my thoughts about the event in general. And I'll be there. If you're going and you see me, say hi. I'm not unapproachable. I'm just like anyone else. I'm small potatoes on here. I don't have any big ego like, oh, you can't stop me. But I'm going to be there with my son. It's whatever. It is what it is. A lot of people are going to be excited to see there. There's going to be a million different faces there. So you see me there, stop me. If there's any other last minute announcements, I'll try to get on here and talk about it. If it's something significant, I'm definitely going to be talking about it. But that's probably going to be it. They're probably going to do one or two more videos related to this as far as on Cody's channel or Being the Elite. So pay attention to that for announcements. They usually have been doing a few for on Being the Elite as far as matches and or appearances. So we'll see. So thanks again for watching. And if If you're new to the channel, there's plenty more of this where it came from. If you dig the product, go check it out. Smash that like button, smash that sub button, and ring that bell for notifications so that you know when more of my content hits your screen. We will see you later tonight for, I'll get on here late with a few cervezas, and we'll talk some Triple Mania. See you then, folks.